Cliffhanger is the typical 90s action movie, which isn't complete without a video game adaptation. The best version, and I use that term loosely, was on the Sega CD. For this movie game, they put in a ton of actual footage. Sure, it's a little grainy, but an interesting idea nonetheless. If this is your favorite Stallone movie, at least you get to recap the entire thing when you play, which is basically its only redeeming factor. It starts out promising, a beat 'em up with lots of butt kicking. I can dig that, until I realized that the controls are about as good as playing it on the CDI. And anyone who's ever used the CDI controls can relate to how bad this game really is. This is the longest, most boring beat 'em up I've ever played. It drags on forever with the same levels and guys you fight over and over again. They barely even changed up the level design. If you were looking at this, you could never tell if I was on level 1 or level 4. It's pretty much a copy and paste design. Even with the same levels, they tried to change it up a little bit by having a vertical mountain climbing level and a snowboarding level. Each of them suck to play. The mountain is just annoying. All you do is hold up on the controls and try to dodge things. When you see guys on the screen, you think, hey, maybe I get to kill these guys. But for some reason, you can't. You just climb until you warm yourself by the fire to continue to the next level. In all versions of the game, they had a snowboarding sequence. On the SNES and Genesis, it was side-scrolling, but they added an unnecessary 3D version of the avalanche on the Sega CD. If you think Battletoads was hard, this is just ridiculous. Not only do you have an avalanche to keep behind you, but there are crazy obstacles to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
When you think you've mastered the level, it just keeps going and getting more difficult. With a game with such bad controls, you'd think they'd take it easy on who's playing it. But they just shaft you with bad jumps, more ski runs than you ever want to do, and an impossible last boss fight. What are you even supposed to do with the helicopter? It just kills you. I hate this game. Sure, you can get through the game with cheats, and I don't know anyone who's ever seen the real ending by beating the last boss. But anyone who attempts this speedrun with no cheats is more of a man than I am, or a sucker. If you love the movie, don't play the game. That's all you can say about it.